holidays are upon us and endless to-do lists. Between the shopping, the gatherings, and the pressure to make everything perfect, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters, being present with our loved ones and cherishing the little moments. Here to help us stay mindful during the holidays and get unfunked, as she puts it, is motivational speaker Jaime Marco. Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Maggie. So nice to meet you. Happy to be here.
Thank you, Jaime. Okay, unfunked. What does that mean?
Yes. So, in life, we have all these noises that surround us all of the time. Negative energy from other people, negative energy from the things that we read, and so we collect that energy. And my concept is that if we take time each day to literally shake that funk off of us and quiet that noise, then we will find our light again in the world and our purpose. But we get so bogged down by that. So there's different micro moves that I teach to help you get rid of that. But it really just starts with just shaking it off and getting your body. Try it. You'll see.
I'm a Swiftie, so I don't mind shaking it off.
Shake it off. It's like you literally feel like your blood
When
start
you
going.
said literally shaking off, I'm like, wait, does she mean we actually have to move?
I do.
How does that help?
Well, so what happens actually, it's a chemical reaction in your body as well too, which I was taught this many, many years ago. I was in an airport and I was running late and I didn't get there on time. Right? Traffic. And it was 7 o'clock in the morning and I had, I had my breaking moment. I went to get my wallet out of my ID, change fell over. A little man walked over to me and he said, honey, only time to call me honey. And he said, you need to just shake your body to get it going.
Okay, so he meant well.
He did. And what happens is when you do that, you start laughing. You start having fun. Other people see it and they start having fun. I've done this in a room of thousands of people and just shaking it so it starts with
And what if they think you're nuts? Who cares?
That's the whole point. That is the whole point. I mean, like, we don't have enough fun as adults anyway.
Yes.
So that is the whole point, is that it feels so silly. I have had, every person of every age do it, and they start at first, they're like, oh, I don't want to do it.
But you got to commit.
Yes.
You got to really shake it off.
Exactly. So it makes you smile at other people, then it also has that chemical reaction in your body that gets your adrenaline going, your endorphins going, and I already feel pumped up. I'm like, I'm already even higher up there.
So it's all about something that you say is crucially important, protecting your energy.
Yes.
Right? Define what that means.
So, especially this time of year around the holidays, it gets a little bit heavier for a lot of people. And in fact, we see a lot of depression come out around this time of year because you start to see what other people are doing. You start to see really big families getting together, or families, friends and family. And so what happens is that you start to get impacted by that noise even more. And I shed my funk multiple times a day because there are things that happen. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a human as well too. And so protecting your energy is about not letting other things impact you. And what I mean by that is that just because your light might be shining brighter than mine doesn't mean that mine is dimmed. We can all shine together, and in fact, 2 candles make even more light.
I love that.
So, yeah.
Number 2, you say intentional traditions are important. What is an intentional tradition?
Yeah, so we don't really spend great quality time together anymore. I'm sure a lot of families this holiday are going to be sitting around the table, and some people will be on devices, some people will be watching a football game, this and that, but we don't always get those moments back. So that time when you could ask really even better questions, finding out, where did your parents go on their honeymoon if they're still around? Or what's your favorite book you're reading right now? Or what's something you're scared of? And being more intentional about the questions that you ask, so you learn your own family, or I call it family, because families come in all different sizes. You're really more intentional about the questions that you ask and the time that you have to connect. And when we do that, we learn so much more, and we have even better outcomes for human relations.
It's so funny you say that, because over the holidays there's so much stress that automatically I think to myself, I just want to disconnect. And in my mind that may mean going off and being alone somewhere. Sure. But I can disconnect from the stress, from what you're saying, by being with other people, connecting to disconnect.
Yes, and I think that also leads in, so connecting actually helps you feel even better. There's so much research out there that shows when you really deeply connect with another human, how it changes your overall mindset. But I also like to talk about saying no is okay as well too. And this time of year, you need to learn to say no even more. No to not, you don't have to go to every happy hour. You're not going to miss out. It's the same thing sometimes, right? So that's an even balance there. You don't have to have every single person over your house and have the most perfect meal. It can be imperfect, and that's actually where the perfection comes from.
Yes.
So knowing when to say no and not overdoing yourself, and knowing your own body. If you start to feel like you have that stress, you have to walk away. Walk away. It's okay. And encourage others to do that too. So when we do that and we're more intentional about the energy that we do spend, but we also know when to say no, then there's a good balance.
It seems like the perfect formula.
Yes.
So something else that you do on a daily basis, to stay mindful and disconnect from all, you know, the negative energy, besides shaking it off?
Yep.
Is there any other practices, daily practices that we should be employing?
Yeah, I love that you asked that. I think it really depends on the person, but you have to have something. So I work with different people all over the globe, and some people it's like, I just have to go outside every day and put my feet in the grass. If that's your thing, do it. Some people say, you know, I have to wake up before the rest of my family and read for 15 minutes. Or I need to go downstairs and have a glass of lemon water. Or I need to meditate. Whatever it is, you have to find your thing. Even if it's just for 5, 10 minutes a day, that time is so precious. It could be anything. Just find your thing and do it, and then do it again, and do it again, and then eventually it becomes a habit, and you'll start to feel a little bit freer of that funk and all lit up more.
And it doesn't require a long time. Like you said,
No.
just carve out 5 to 10 minutes of whatever it is. Does it make that big a difference, 5 to 10 minutes?
It 100% does, because what will happen is that when you start off slow and small, like a micro move, you'll start to say, you know what, I really like this, and then you'll build over time. But what happens is that, especially at this time of year, we set these really big goals for ourselves. I want to lose 15 pounds. I want to read 12 books next year. I want to, you know, whatever it might be. And then we start off the first of the year and we don't do it, and we're hard on ourselves.
Exactly.
And we start off again and we're hard on ourselves. So whatever it is, start off what I like to call with a micro move, 5 minutes. Do it today, and maybe tomorrow something different. Maybe you alternate, but just find that 5 to 10 minutes for yourself each day. Even if it's locking yourself in a closet and just listening to music and dancing like crazy. Listen, I am a crazy mom, and there's always things going on, like no one's in here. Whatever it is, you need that headspace for yourself.
Thank you, Jaime.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here today. We're going to share Jaime's advice on bloomtampabay.com.